Hello guys, I hope that all of you are doing great. Well, within the 2022, Bitcoin is going to hit its all-time high. There are a high probability of something like this happening. In fact, Bitcoin reaching $100,000 plus within the 2022, despite all the bearish scenario that is playing out. I'm going to give you some of the very solid reason. Despite the fact whatever is happening, Bitcoin is becoming one of the most precious asset, and I'm going to give you the reason why something like this will be possible, and you can simply see that. So make sure you watch the video completely till the end to understand why something like this will be possible. By the way, does that mean that there cannot be a correction? There cannot be crashes? The panic crash for the people to sell? Definitely not. Yes, they can be panic crash. They can be really pulled down, but eventually it is going to come up. So the first indicator, first parameter, which indicates something like this is the US dollar or the DXY chart. What that indicates, let us just jump onto the live chart. As you can see, this one is like DXY is like the dollar index, and it is on the monthly basis chart that I've opened. And if you see, it is like December 2016 or probably January 2017, it reached at the top, right? From here, like the lately top, approximately 100 or 101. Guess what? That is when the exact bull run started for the Bitcoin. And let me tell you guys, it went up till December 2017. We all know, right? December 2017, when the Bitcoin reached like 17,000, and then the mega crash happened. This is where, like, at the bottom of it, the mega crash happened, and that's when the reversal started happening. The Bitcoin went through a long bear market and everything happening, right? And here, as you can see, March 2020, again it peaked out over here. March 2020, the big crash for the Bitcoin happened, and that's when the bull run started. It went and it went. What is the time right now? What is the time that it bottomed? May of 2021. That's when we know the Bitcoin, the mega crash happened after all the bull run, like the complete bull run scenario. And here, what is building up? Here, the bear market is building up. Yes, in the December we reached $69,000. That was just a bear trap. That was just like double top. And we have been in this trend from a long time. And guess what? Where the Bitcoin dollar index is 101. When it was last time at this point, January 2017. That is an indicator. We are very obviously it's a monthly chart, so it might take probably a month or two. For that full bull mode to be on. But this RSI is very high. That means we are overbought. So every indicator says this chart is going to go down, and that's when the bull run is going to begin. So isn't this amazing, guys? You can see all complete following the same pattern. That is the first point. Now let us jump onto the second point. Second reason why something like this will be possible. Exchange reserves for the Bitcoin. Like the Bitcoin at the exchanges has been, this is the all-time low supply on the Bitcoin. The exchanges are having in its reserve. So what does that mean? Is that people are buying Bitcoin, taking it off the exchange, taking it in their cold wallet, taking it in their hard wallet. So as you can see, like in 2019, as here, like it was a great amount of supply that have happened. And here, right when the big bull run started in 2020, it went lowest, right? And that's when the big bull run came. And as you can see, here everything happened. And then after the crash, again, the exchange supply went a little high. Obviously, people were selling, bringing onto the exchange and selling the Bitcoin for the crash to happen. And that's when, again, from there onward, the supply is going low and low and low and low. And right now it is at the almost the minimum available all-time low. What does that mean? Just imagine if you have probably a car, right? And the supply for that car is decreasing continuously, and number of people are increasing, the demand is increasing. What is going to happen? The price is going to skyrocket. Why? Because obviously more number of people want, so everyone will be bidding higher. So it's a common sense, it's a common logic. That is why the big indicator is that we are heading for a great future for the Bitcoin. Definitely, again, I'll repeat, does that mean we cannot have a panic crash that is going to scare all the investors out so that all the weak hands sell? Definitely not. Yes, we can have the panic crash. The exchanges do that, or probably some of the big players do that for the weak hands to shake out, and that's when we go for the bull run. Now, what is this is the second reason. The third reason, there is a consistent pressure for the spot Bitcoin ETF approval. By the way, next week, Australia ETF will be approved, like it will be launched. It is already approved. So Australia ETF is approved. We are talking about the United States ETF. They have already approved the futures ETF. Despite the fact that futures ETF, because even you can short the Bitcoin, the price can go low. So from that perspective, it is not that important. The moment the spot ETF for the Bitcoin will be approved by the SEC, we are going to skyrocket because ETF is like the exchange traded fund. The big institutional money will be coming into the big Bitcoin. We are talking about billions of dollars coming into the Bitcoin, skyrocketing the price of the Bitcoin. And Grayscale is consistently like requesting for this spot approval, and they have even said that probably they'll take the matter into the court if further rejection of the SEC, of the ETF happens by the SEC. So obviously, at some point or the other, it is going to be approved, and that is what makes one of the great bullish scenario. Now, here's another point, like another factor about the miners, and I've already covered in my previous videos regarding this miner thing. Again, guys, if you have not subscribed to our channel, please ensure that you hit the subscribe button, because this channel will be everything about how do we grow your finances. That's what the goal of this channel is, to provide financial freedom to all our subscribers. Ensure you hit the subscribe button if you have not already smashed the like button for the YouTube algorithm on the video already. So Bitcoin miners being funded. Earlier, what used to happen, the Bitcoin used to be mined by the miners, but to run all that operation, they used to sell their Bitcoin. Because obviously, how else will they get the money? Even though they did not want to sell it. Why? Because they knew the Bitcoin's price is going to increase. But to fund themselves for all the operation, they had to sell. And that is why when every halving happens, every 4 years the halving happens, halving means every daily reward for the Bitcoin reduces to half. Daily reward for the miners. But the miners are being funded for the first time, and slowly and steadily it is increasing. Funded means that they do not have to sell their Bitcoin. Guess what? If they do not have to sell their Bitcoin, how does it matter whether the Bitcoin is reduced to half or 1/10 or 1/5? They are not going to sell it. So the halving, probably this will kind of become a final halving. Why? Because those guys are not going to sell. Skyrocketing the demand is skyrocketing the price of the Bitcoin. So that is also one of the perspectives. It will take just some time for this pattern to develop, where the funding becomes like far higher, and obviously the selling completely stops. So after some time, this pattern is going to show its effect onto the price. Now, institutional and country adoption. Already El Salvador has made it a legal tender. A lot of other countries are talking about it. Countries are making regulatory mechanism about it. The big institutions are interested into it. Vanguards, JP Morgans, you name the biggest institutions. MicroStrategy has already got like $6 billion worth of Bitcoin. Luna Foundation, they have committed to buy $10 billion of Bitcoin. They've already bought $1.5 billion of Bitcoin. Every here and there, every now and then, there are completely big adoption and the demand is going on. Imagine, like, so much of the negative scenario is going on right now. The war, the inflation, Fed rate hike, uncertainty, the bear market. Despite all that, we are still like hovering around $40,000. Just imagine when all these things go away with all that demand, definitely we are going really bull mode. Next, last but not the least, some of the indicators, for example, this Mayer multiple indicator, and a lot of other indicators. All these indicators are indicating that we are significantly lower than the average price. That means once we get a little bull mode, we are going to go a really lot higher. Let me just show you. I covered this Mayer multiple indicator earlier as well in one of my video. Let me just show you Mayer multiple. So right now it is 0.86. What is the average Mayer multiple indicator? That means 50% of the time this has been this much on average. Either it is above this or lower this. So it is much lower. And the Mayer multiples indicator is basically the average price of like some average. It comes out in the big bull market, it reaches really high, and then in the bear market it goes down. In bull market reaches really high, bear market goes down. So everything, I mean, it has been following all through while. And right now the Mayer multiple is like 0.86, and 78% of the time its value has been more than this. So definitely, like, we are much lower. A lot of probability that I mean, the price will be jumping a lot higher once everything goes well. Now, all these scenarios combined, each of the scenarios I've specifically picked out, like at the macro level, at the micro level, some of the bigger perspective which can really affect $1 trillion asset like Bitcoin. Definitely long term, we all are bullish. Long term, eventually we are going to reach more than $1 million per Bitcoin. But here we are even talking like this year specific. This year specific, we are very much bullish, and definitely, like, with the Bitcoin's price movement affects the entire cryptocurrency price movement. Again, does that mean we cannot have a panic crash? Definitely not. Yes, we can have a panic crash, but does that mean eventually we are going to recover? Definitely yes, we are going to recover, and we are going to hit that peak. So again, guys, smash the like button if you found the video helpful, and subscribe to our channel if you have not already. Comment down below, what do you like about this video? What do you feel? What are your thoughts? I would personally want to read your thoughts on this, and I'll see all of you guys in the